Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I was talking to this guy the other day, and he was telling me that, he has trouble approaching girls because sometimes he feels embarrassed, if he approaches a girl and she, ignores him or rejects him and stuff like that, right? So he was asking me, he was like, how do you approach women and talk to women without feeling embarrassed if they reject you, right? So the thing I want to say is this first, is that if you feel embarrassed by women rejecting you or being rejected, or, women not feeling you or whatever, what's going to happen is that you're actually going to either stop talking to women altogether, or you're going to be talking to women not as much as you should be talking to women, because the embarrassment, or that feeling of embarrassment that you have, is going to take over, and you're going to say, well, I don't want to feel this feeling again, so I'm just going to not do it, or you're going to hesitate, right? So it's very important to really actually get over this feeling of embarrassment. And a lot of guys, go through that stuff. I've went through that back in the day where, I'd go up to a girl and talk to her, and sometimes she would not even say anything. Like, she'd sort of just ignore me, and I'd be feeling embarrassed and shit. You understand? But the thing is that what most people need to understand is that, the embarrassment that you're feeling is coming from you. See, the thing is, when I approach women and I talk to women, I don't feel embarrassed anymore. I actually don't feel embarrassed about anything in life. It's just not how it goes. You understand? It's like, once you understand that embarrassment is coming from you, or the feeling of embarrassment is coming from you, then as you learn that and as you realize that more, you start to see how ridiculous the concept of embarrassment within itself is. Now, I'm going to talk about, a couple of reasons why you feel embarrassed. And I'm going to talk about, some ways that you can get over the embarrassment, right? So when you approach a girl and you talk to her, I'd say two of the main reasons why you feel embarrassed if she rejects you or if she ignores you is, one, your ego feels like it got shot down. Like, you want to feed your ego by approaching a girl and her giving you the number, or her feeling you, so you can feel good about yourself. So if she plays you, or she disses you, or she acts stupid or whatever, and I don't even like to say she playing you, because it's like, whatever, it's not really like she playing you. She's just not into you, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But now you feel a certain way. You feel bad for yourself, and you feel like, okay, this sucks, and I'm a loser, or you feel embarrassed because you wanted to get the number and she didn't give it to you, or she was ignoring you, or she acted a certain way, and now you feel funny, right? Because you yourself had this thought, or this way you saw the interaction going, or this way you wanted it to go, in order for you to feel good about yourself. So you were looking for the outcome of that interaction for you to feel good about yourself. Now, since that didn't happen, you feel embarrassed because now, you didn't feed your ego in that situation. So if you're not able to feed your ego, you're going to feel embarrassed, right? And another reason you feel embarrassed is because you care too much about what other people are going to think about you in that situation. And, the girl is included in these other people. So you're worried about what the girl's going to think about you, after she's like not feeling you or rejecting you, whatever. And you're also worried about everybody else in the vicinity who's seeing you going up to the girl and talking to her, and the girl not really feeling you. So then you feel embarrassed because everybody's watching that happen. So since people are watching that happen, you feel funny, and since the girl is not feeling you, you feel, just embarrassed that, she's not really cooperating with you. So, what you got to understand, though, is about all these, you feeling embarrassed, it really has nothing to do with the people around you. It has nothing to do with the girl and how she's responding to you, it's all about it coming from you and you feeling that way. See, embarrassment, if you look up the definition of embarrassment, it'll say stuff like, feeling self-conscious, feeling awkward, feeling shame in certain situations. So you're feeling that because you're putting all this value on the interaction that you're having with the girl, right? So when you're putting this value on it and then it doesn't go the way that you want it to go, you start to feel embarrassed. You start to feel almost ashamed of yourself. You start to feel like, damn, like, what am I doing wrong? This doesn't look good to all these people around me because I got to look cool and I'm not looking cool right now. So the first thing, so how do you get over this embarrassment? You understand? How do you get over feeling embarrassed and when you talk to girls, if it doesn't go the way you want it to go? If she rejects you, how do you get over that feeling? How do you not let embarrassment stop you? Right? So the first thing, you just got to understand that the embarrassment is coming from you, that you are conditioned to feel this way. You're conditioned to react that way. You understand? You've been conditioned to feel self-conscious about yourself. You've been conditioned to feel shame or ashamed of yourself when certain things, pan out this way, because you've been taught that, if you approach a girl and she's into you, that, if she's into you, that means you're supposed to feel good about yourself. And if she's not into you, you're supposed to feel bad about yourself, or you're supposed to feel embarrassed. That's what you've been taught. So you've been conditioned to feel that way. So you have to understand the fact that you've been conditioned to feel that way, and then understand that it's coming from you because you're the one that's feeling it. You're the one who is feeling that feeling of embarrassment. Because one girl can, reject you, and another girl can reject another guy, and the other guy doesn't feel any embarrassment. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, whatever. So it's not about the girl rejecting you. It's not about the people around you that's looking at you, because that other guy could have other people looking at him, and you could have other people looking at him, but you're embarrassed, but he's not. He doesn't give a fuck. So, it's not the people. It's not those other people. It's not that girl. It's you. It's the other guy. The other guy is like, well, I'm not embarrassed by this shit. I don't care. So you have to understand first that it's coming from you and that you've been conditioned to think this way. And you have to reprogram your mind to realize that you don't have to feel embarrassed. Right? So how do you actually not feel embarrassed? Because you're like, well, how do I do that? Because I'm just going to feel it. How do I stop the feeling? See, the best way actually to stop the feeling of feeling embarrassed is to actually keep approaching and, take time out to actually be aware of why you feel that way, why you feel embarrassed. So you keep approaching and take time out to step back and then ask yourself questions as to why you feel that way. So for example, you keep going up to girls and you talk to them, and then let's say the girl, she doesn't want to talk to you, or she rejects you, or she acts rude, or she's ignoring you, and then you start feeling you start feeling the embarrassment. You're feeling it. So then at that moment, you step back and say to yourself, why do I feel this way? And answer that honestly, right? Because when you ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Sometimes you'll come up with stuff like, well, I feel this way because I wanted to get her number, and now I feel like I failed, and I feel like I'm a loser, and and that's embarrassing me. I feel embarrassed by that. Or people are watching me, or my friends are around watching me, and I want to impress my friends, and I feel embarrassed that I didn't impress my friends. So those are things that you have to actually, look at, question it, and, ask those questions and answer honestly and say, okay, how do I deal with that? How do I get over this? How do I deal with the fact that, I'm trying to impress my friends and that's making me feel embarrassed? So you say, why do I need to impress my friends? Do I need to impress them? Why do I feel like I need to impress my friends? And then you get into more questions and questions until you get to the root of it, and you start to see like, yo, this shit is kind of stupid, because I'm doing what I want to do as far as like approaching girls, because I'm trying to get with girls, but I'm feeling ashamed because of all these other outside things that that don't even matter. And then but all that shame and all that embarrassment that I'm feeling is coming from me. Right? So the thing is, you have to continuously, put yourself out there and really be aware of how you feel. Keep asking yourself those questions. Figure out, how do you get over those things? And then the more you do that, the more that you'll see that the actual feeling of embarrassment is an illusion. It's the same thing as fear. It's an illusion. It's something in your mind making you feel this way, something that you have been conditioned to feel. See, because when you get to a point where you don't feel embarrassed, then you're not going to feel embarrassed. It's really that simple. It's you feeling that way. So you just have to not feel that way. You just have to make embarrassment be nothing. You have to, take the power out of what embarrassment means. Because you got to ask yourself, why do I need to feel self-conscious because some girl wasn't feeling me? Why do I have to feel a certain way why do I have to feel bad about myself because of her? Why do I have to feel bad about myself because of all these other people? Why do I have to feel bad about myself because of this false expectation that I put upon myself in order to do something to make me feel okay with me by doing this thing? Your ego, that's your ego talking like, oh, well, you need to do this. And if you don't do it this way, and if this doesn't happen, then you suck. And then there goes the embarrassment and the shame and all the other stuff. So it's really about your mind state and switching up your mind state and, really, understanding that the embarrassment is really, really coming from inside you. And once you realize that you don't have anything, you don't need to feel embarrassed. Once you realize that the actual feeling of embarrassment, it's something that's constructed and is a social construct that's like been placed upon you, that has been conditioned into you. You understand? Once you understand that, then that's the beginning of you saying, well, you know what? I don't need that. I can step away from that. I can, step outside of myself and look at what embarrassment really is and see that it's bullshit. So I don't need to be embarrassed. And the thing is, this is the type of stuff that takes some time to realize, because, you've been basically conditioned for years and years to feel this way. So in order to not feel it that way, you have to work on not feeling that way. And like I was saying, if you keep approaching women, that's the space that you're going to be in order to actually get rejected, so that you can feel how it feels to get rejected, so you can actually get over that embarrassment feel of rejection. Because you're not going to get over the embarrassment of rejection unless you're getting rejected. And you're not going to get rejected unless you are actually going out and talking to women. You understand? And guys, I have a 45-minute video lecture program on how to get over your fear of rejection. It's called The Ultimate 5-Step Guide to Getting Over Your Fear of Rejection. And the way you can see this is you can click the link below to join my membership program, or go straight to mrlocario.com and click on the members tab and join the membership, and you can watch it right now. And I'm spitting crazy hot fire on there. Like, trust me, once you listen to that, once you start implementing that stuff, man, you worrying about rejection is not going to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Once you really take heed to what's the information in that video and actually, implement it in your life, you don't have to worry about all this rejection nonsense. Like, really listen and study it and apply it. You understand? So click that link below. Make sure you join the membership. You can watch it right now. All right? And if you guys have any questions, you can hit me up at askmrlocario@gmail.com. And also, if you are a member, you can ask me questions for free. So you can get your questions answered and for free, and you will be part of the membership, so you can see that video and other videos and audios, that are in the membership program. All right. So that's it. I'm out of here. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace.
Step up your dating game and join dating coach Mr. Lucario's Bad Boy and Bad Girl membership program. By becoming a member, you will receive 45 through 90-minute audio and video step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month that are guaranteed to help you get what you want out of your dating life. Go to MrLucario.com to join today. That's MrLocario.com. MrLucario.com.
All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Lucario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.